Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jason Morgan is being framed, who comes to his rescue on General Hospital. According to General Hospital spoilers, Jason Morgan has been falsely accused of murdering Cyrus Renault. However, fans are aware that Jason was at the cemetery and visited Drew Quartermaines before conversing with Tracy Quartermaine at the Quartermaine residence. Who can save him? Jason Morgan has his hands full. Jason promised Anna Devane that he would not touch Cyrus, and he didn't. However, Jocelyn Jacks is unable to claim the same. Jocelyn was rummaging around Cyrus' residence looking for evidence that he was the Digitalis killer. Unfortunately, Cyrus returned home and threatened her with an axe. Jocelyn became afraid and shot Cyrus. Jason could have easily removed that body and left no trace. However, Jocelyn contacted Jack Brennan instead. After removing Jocelyn's clothing and jewelry, etc., it appears that Brennan has decided to frame Jason for this. Who will come to Jason's rescue? Will Jocelyn confess and save Jason? Jack Brennan is playing a dangerous game. Jack is attempting to recruit Jocelyn for the WSB. Jack is also involved with Carly Spencer. Brennan has prohibited Jocelyn from telling Carly the truth. However, if he wants to be with Carly, he should avoid targeting Jason. Is Jack serious about wanting Jocelyn on the WSB? His recruit is on the verge of confessing to save Jason. Jason has been arrested despite being completely innocent. Jocelyn is pleading with Anna to let him go because he did not do anything. Will Jack arrive in time to silence Jocelyn? Does Jack really feel he can get away with accusing Jason for this terrible death? Will Jocelyn thwart Brennan's plan? Could Drew Quartermaine be framing his brother? There's a chance Jack isn't the one framing Jason. Drew is really furious with Jason and wishes to remove him. Drew may well be the one responsible for framing Jason in order to get him arrested. Jason, on the other hand, had more alibis than Drew. Could this be Drew's plan for getting rid of Jason? Could Drew's objective be to get to Sunny Corinthos, though Jason? Jason has Diane Miller on his side, and he is convinced she will get him out of jail. Jason would never have been so negligent as to leave proof behind, especially now that he had Danny. Fans can definitely expect Tracy Quartermaine to provide Jason an alibi just to stick it to Drew once and for all. General Hospital spoilers, Rick cheats on Ava with a surprising person who will be his next passion partner. General Hospital spoilers suggest that Rick Lansing may cheat on Ava Jerome with someone unexpected. Let's chat about Rick's next passion partner and how they might spice things up. GH fans are aware that Ava has recently grown closer to Rick. Now that Rick and Ava have begun sleeping together, they may be well on their way to developing a genuine relationship. However, Nina Reeves attempted to warn Ava about Rick and the dangers of approaching too closely. Nina believes Rick is only concerned about money and himself, so she did her best to raise the alarm. Nina's prophecy could come true sooner or later. It's possible that Rick is about to make a selfish move that may end up hurting Ava. Ava and Rick definitely have feelings for each other, but that doesn't mean he'll stay true to her if temptation arises. Rick may find himself pulled to someone else, perhaps someone with whom he has previously had love relationships. Despite Alexis Davis's initial resistance in the February 24th episode, she eventually succumbed to Rick's attempt to console her. Rick and Alexis exchanged a warm embrace, allowing the tension between them to ease. Alexis needs someone to lean on because she is still struggling with Sam McCall's death. All of Cyrus Renault's admissions have exacerbated Alexis' pain, so Rick may continue to find ways to console her in the coming weeks. After all these years, Rick and Alexis may sleep together again. If this soap romance returns, it could be quite a surprise for Ava. Rick may not be in a serious relationship with Ava right now, but this could change shortly. Even if it doesn't, Ava will feel betrayed if she discovers Rick is back in bed with Alexis, of all people. Ava and Alexis already have a rivalry, but things could get worse if Rick cheats on his old flame. If Ava learns more about the irritating news in the future, she may turn against Rick. According to General Hospital spoilers, Rick and Alexis may soon find difficulty in paradise. Jason is the suspect, Alexis is devastated, and Brooklyn is relieved. Jason ended up back in his favorite spot, the PCPD interrogation room. The chair was probably still warm from his previous visit. Anna noticed the scene at Cyrus' cabin and realized it was too tidy. Someone had to have killed him and cleansed the scene like a professional. She couldn't fathom anyone but Jason doing that. Jason refuted all claims and stated that he went straight to Sam's grave after Anna freed him the night before. He did not kill Cyrus because Alexis, Sasha, and Anna implored him not to. He also knew it would hurt Danny, and he wanted to follow Sam's desires by putting Danny first. Anna wasn't sure what to think when the forensics report revealed Jason's hair at the site. Alexis discovers the horrifying truth. Dante informed Alexis and her two surviving daughters that Cyrus confessed to murdering Sam and only did so because she obstructed his goal to relieve Lulu's suffering. Alexis was astounded to learn that her daughter died solely because she was altruistic enough to try to save someone else's life. When they discovered Cyrus was still reportedly out there, Christina raged against the legal system, so Molly took her sister to Bobby's to calm down. It didn't work, but Alexis was left alone to reflect. When Rick stopped by to deliver Diane some papers, he asked Alexis to explain what was wrong. Alexis even allowed him to hug her for comfort. Brooklyn shocks Lois. Lois tried to smile as Brooklyn informed her that she had told Chase everything about the baby she gave up for adoption in high school. Brooklyn was happy she didn't have to keep that secret from her mother anymore. Lois was relieved to find that Brooklyn had kept the information of Dante being the father to herself. Gio soon joined the two women, leaving Lois wondering how much longer she could keep the truth from her daughter and grandson. Jason's proof, Carly's boundaries, Kai's opportunity, and Drew's threat. Don't waste a moment. General Hospital is currently filled with extreme mayhem, dramatic twists, scary threats, and deep deception. Jason Morgan claims that he has documentation to cleanse his name. Carly Spencer sets boundaries with Jack Brennan. Trina Robinson pushes Kai Taylor to take a chance. Drew Kane Quartermain also threatens Nina Reeves. Jason Morgan's proof. Fans should anticipate Jason to continue to claim his innocence. Fans understand that Jocelyn Jacks killed Cyrus Renault in self-defense. Then Brennan orders his workers to clean it up, except for one thing. It turns out that the one thing was probably Jason's hairs, which were discovered at the cabin. However, Jason informs Anna Devane that he was not in the cabin and can prove it. Carly Spencer's boundaries. Carly Spencer discusses their connection with Brennan. In the preview clip, Carly informs him that if this is a fling, it must end right now. So it sounds like Carly is developing true feelings for Brennan. Just wait till Carly learns about Brennan's secrets, even where Joss is concerned. Drew Kane Quartermain's threat. According to today's General Hospital teasers, Drew and Nina had a fight. In the promo clip, Drew threatens Nina. If Nina does not agree, Drew warns her that she will lose Willow Tate Corinthos forever. Willow is the most significant person in Nina's life. Drew appears to be heading for a tumble. Drew appears to make new adversaries and perilous alliances every week. Fans may also anticipate Jordan Ashford to meet with Portia Robinson. Jordan acknowledges to the excellent doctor that she is having trouble believing the news herself. Meanwhile, Trina tries to persuade Kai to take a chance. Even though Trina appears to be falling for Kai and he for her, there are a few difficulties. For starters, it appears that Kai's team members and companions may be an issue. Of course, in soap operas, this typically means Trina will prove herself to everyone. Brad Cooper also meets with Selena Wu. The mob queen assures Brad that his due will be paid whatever. Willow Tate Corinthos and Michael Corinthos have gone their separate ways, but recent meetings suggest that their narrative is far from done. A particularly telling exchange between Willow and the ever-direct Tracy Quartermain has prompted conjecture that there is yet hope for reconciliation. But, with Willow embroiled in a convoluted romance with Michael's uncle, Drew Quartermain, and devastating secrets about to be revealed, is there really a route back for Willow? Willow and Drew's relationship, is it real love or manipulation? When Willow was dragged into a romance with Drew, it appeared like the start of a new chapter in her life. She had spent years creating a life with Michael, but after everything they had been through, her near-death battle with leukemia, ongoing family tensions, and the Quartermaines' enormous influence, it seemed inevitable that cracks would appear. Drew was there for her when she needed it the most, offering comfort, support, and, eventually, more. But was it actually love? Or was it only a brief relief from the anguish of her destroyed marriage? Anyone who had paid attention could notice Drew's aggressive pursuit of her. It was more than just a leisurely and natural flow of emotions, it was a deliberate endeavor. Drew had set his sights on his nephew's wife, and he had not given up. Willow had tried to resist since July, when they shared their first kiss. She knew it was wrong. She knew it would hurt Michael. Nonetheless, Drew made certain she never had a chance to pause and reflect. Their second kiss had been even more powerful than the first, and before she realized it, they had crossed the line in an irreversible manner. The Quartermaine nursery, of all places, became the scene of their betrayal, the same room where Willow had once imagined a future with Michael and their children. That moment sealed their fate, turning their affair become a reality. But was it built on a firm basis, or was it doomed to collapse? The bombshell that changes everything. If Willow honestly believed she had made the correct decision, why did learning of Drew's hidden romance with Nina Reeves disturb her so much? Willow had assumed for months that Drew was unique, but he pursued her because he genuinely loved her and wanted to build a future together. But now she had to face the unpleasant truth. Drew had been telling her that she was the only woman he desired, while also having a casual relationship with her own mother. The betrayal slashed deep. Not only was Drew unfaithful in spirit, but it also made Willow question everything. Had he pursued her because he cared, or was she just another conquest, a challenge to overcome? Had he ever genuinely seen her for who she was, or had he simply wanted to prove that he could take something that had previously belonged to Michael? Willow understood the truth. She had never been in love with Drew. She had been looking for anything to fill the void in her heart, and Drew had been there, ready and willing to take on the role. But that was not love. That was desperation. And that revelation transformed everything. Tracy Quartermaine's unexpected intervention. Willow's most reflective moment occurred during an interaction with Tracy Quartermaine. It had been a normal lunch with Nina, one of many awkward attempts to repair their strained mother-daughter bond. Nina was on the point of telling the truth about her connection with Drew when Tracy burst in, her trademark brutal honesty on full show. She was not there to make small talk. Her only purpose was to call Willow out. Tracy took one glance at her and scoffed. "So, what is the deal? You're so certain you're over Michael, but you're still wearing his mother's wedding ring?" Willow had frozen, reflexively looking down at the band that formerly belonged to Lila Quartermaine. She hadn't given it much attention and hadn't taken it off since she and Michael divorced. But Tracy had noticed, and she wasn't going to let it go. "If it's truly over, why do you still wear that ring?" The question was straightforward. But it shook Willow to the core. She could have concocted an explanation, claiming she simply hadn't gotten around to taking it off. However, the truth was staring her in the face. If she really had moved on, wouldn't she have returned it? Wouldn't she have let go of this final bit of Michael? The fact that she had not meant anything. What does Willow really want? Willow had made mistakes, there was no denying it. She had let herself be deceived, allowing grief and bewilderment to lead her into Drew's arms. That didn't affect the fact that she had a wonderful heart. She didn't take love lightly, and she wasn't one to disregard the truth when she saw it. And now it was evident that she still loved Michael. The ring on her finger, the aching in her chest as she remembered what they had lost, it all pointed to one inescapable truth. Despite everything, despite the distance, and despite her treachery, her heart remained with him. The question that remains. With Michael's return to town on the horizon, the most pressing concern is whether Willow will get the strength to fight for what she truly desires. Is she strong enough to accept her sins and tell Michael the truth about what happened to Drew? More importantly, after everything they've been through, will Michael be willing to take her back? One thing is certain, Willow and Michael's story is far from over. It's unclear if it will end in heartbreak or a long-awaited reunion. But one thing is certain, Willow still has a fighting chance. What happened to Anna on General Hospital? Anna Devane has been one of the most popular characters on General Hospital since her debut in April 1985 when Finola Hughes joined the cast. She left in 1991, and Camilla Moore replaced her for a few months. Hughes returned for a brief visit in 1995 before returning to All My Children as Anna full-time in 2001. She left AMC in 2003, but did not return to GH until 2006, making occasional appearances until 2008. Anna returned to Port Charles permanently in 2011, only to disappear during the summers for her annual trip. Anna was introduced as a jewel thief who was interested in Robert Scorpio and his wife, Holly Sutton, but she was actually Robert's ex-wife, whom he divorced after realizing she was a double agent working for the DVX. A jealous Holly abandoned Robert, who worked with Anna to rescue their stolen daughter, Robin Scorpio. Later, Anna was appointed co-police chief alongside Burt Ramsey. Despite Duke Lavery's shady behavior, Anna couldn't help but fall for him, and he even vowed to bring her out of the mob. At their wedding, the press revealed that Duke had covered up a murder, and Anna dumped him. She founded a private detective firm, and Robert became a partner. Sparks flew, but she returned to Duke, and the couple married in October 1987. They were content raising Robin when Anna discovered she was pregnant. Unfortunately, she lost the baby after being caught in a falling elevator by Olivia Jerome, who had become obsessed with Duke. When Olivia was shot, Anna was the leading suspect, but she was cleared. Anna was distraught when Duke was murdered in a fire, but Olivia said he was alive and disguised as an art dealer named Jonathan Paget. Unfortunately, just as the couple was set to reconcile, Julian Jerome shot and killed Duke in retaliation for betraying the Jerome family. Robin then persuaded Anna to help her friend Casey collect a crystal and return to his home world. This resulted in them being kidnapped by P.K. Sinclair, was actually her obsessive rival, Caesar Faison. Fortunately, they prevented his terrible designs. Anna and Robert fell in love and got married in June 1991. However, in 1992, the two were assumed dead in a boat explosion that also killed Faison. However, in March 2001, it was discovered that Anna was still alive when her twin sister, Alexandra Marek, brought her home to Pine Valley after caring for her for years. Anna married David Hayward to avoid having to testify against him, but they ended up falling in love. Unfortunately, their marriage was tumultuous, and it couldn't withstand the death of their daughter, Leora, soon after delivery. As chief of police, Anna was in charge of bringing many Pine Valley criminals to prison, but she finally moved for Paris to live with Robin, ordering David to stay away from her. Anna was shocked to discover Robert was still alive in 2006, involved in a jewelry robbery with Luke Spencer and Holly. During her next return to Port Charles, she had a brief fling with Noah Drake and attended Robin's wedding to Patrick Drake and the birth of their daughter, Emma, but not necessarily in that sequence. When Anna returned to town in 2012, she mourned Robin's loss and became closer to Luke. She also became the police commissioner and brought offenders to prison, including Heather Weber, who informed her that Robin was still alive. Anna went to Switzerland to hunt for her daughter and was taken aback when Duke turned up. Unfortunately, she quickly discovered that it was actually Faison in an elaborate mask attempting to entice her. Robert assisted her in exposing Faison and locating the true Duke, who turned out to be alive. Anna and Duke reconciled, and she collaborated with Robert to find and rescue Robin from the Cassadines. Unfortunately, Duke got mixed up with the mob again and was assassinated. Anna exacted revenge by killing his shooter, Carlos Rivera, but was plagued by guilt and quickly began to feel something was off with the case. She was surprised to meet Dr. Griffin Monroe, Duke's long-lost son, and they became close as she informed him about the father he never knew. Anna and Sonny eventually located Carlos alive and returned him to Port Charles, allowing Anna to clear her name. She returned to work for the WSB and made PC her home base. She was intrigued by Valentine Cassadine and felt a connection with him. He eventually disclosed that they were at the training academy together, but she had turned down his advances and even ordered his death. Anna suffered from migraines and was eventually diagnosed with polycythemia vera, a type of blood cancer. Later, Anna began acting strangely, and it wasn't until months later that it was discovered that she was being held captive in London and had been replaced by her twin, Alex. As Anna tried to rebuild her life, Faison returned but was killed by Peter August. Anna revealed to the villain's dying body that she had a kid with him that she had never told anybody about, and after looking into his location, she discovered that Henrik Faison was none other than Peter August himself. Anna began to develop feelings for Dr. Hamilton Finn after soliciting his assistance in her investigation, but she kept him at arm's length since she did not want to become entangled. She stood by while he had a quick fling with Alexis, but Anna and Finn eventually recognized their feelings and began a serious relationship. Of course, just as they were about to start a true romance, Anna left town to meet with Robin about the Peter/Henrik situation and was stolen. Finn teamed forces with Robert to find Anna, who was being held captive by men who were using her as bait to entice Finn into their grasp in order to heal the ailing criminal Cassandra Pierce. After safely returning to Port Charles, Finn continued to assist Anna with her infrequent investigations, such as locating the fugitive Liesel Albrecht. He has also been by her side, supporting her as she tries to build a relationship with Peter. Unfortunately, just as things were looking good, Anna grew dizzy following a phlebotomy procedure and collapsed in Peter's arms, claiming she couldn't see anything. Fortunately, her blindness was only temporary, and Finn and Griffin were able to treat the virus that had caused her vitreous hemorrhage. As they explored the illness, they discovered that Anna and Alex, among other twins, were experiencing blindness as a result of Dr. Cabot's perverted memory studies. Anna went to see Alex to determine which memories were hers and which belonged to her twin. Even when Robin was verified to be Anna's child, she began to question if Peter was Alex's. While she was gone, Finn's ex-fiancé, Hayden Barnes, returned with their daughter, Violet, and Anna was surprised to discover them in her home. But after Hayden left town, Anna was pleased to step in and assist Finn raise the little child. Anna also covered up Peter's past transgressions, which Robert advised her not to ignore. As Anna and Finn planned their wedding, she was tormented by her sister, Alex, and while she suspected that her twin was Peter's biological mother, a violent encounter between the siblings resulted in Alex being shot and killed. Finn admitted his long-ago one-night fling with Jackie, and Anna was fine with it. However, on the day of their double wedding with Peter and Maxie, Albrecht revealed the fact that Alex was Peter's biological mother, and Finn was saddened that Anna thought she could share her secrets with Valentine rather than him. They agreed to split ways, and Anna went on to work with Valentine to bring down Peter. But the villain had the remedy for the poison he'd given Finn's brother, so their hands were tied. However, after Peter went missing, Anna was desperate to find him, and her research drew her perilously close to Valentine. Anna was stunned when Finn admitted to knocking Peter down the stairs and hiding his body, but when they opened the freezer, the corpse was vanished. Peter eventually resurfaced in Nixon Falls, but when Anna and Valentine caught up with him, he gave them the slip. They then followed him down to Greece, where Valentine professed his feelings and Anna admitted her own before sharing a kiss. Robert cautioned Anna not to trust Valentine, but after the Cassadine was injured in a gunfight, Anna remained by his side and they resumed their investigation together. After Peter kidnapped Maxie and their daughter, Louise, she was able to send a secret message, which Anna and Felicia Scorpio flew to Switzerland to intercept. After Felicia dealt Peter a deadly blow, Anna chose not to call an ambulance and remained with him until he died. Anna returned to Port Charles and joined the campaign to establish Victor Cassadine was responsible for Luke's death in Austria. She and Felicia even journeyed to Austria, where their investigations revealed evidence that Luke had been murdered. When the Ice Princess reappeared, Anna traveled to French Polynesia to investigate the black market sale, which led her directly to Jennifer Smith. She had no idea Valentine was also there in disguise. Valentine and Anna exchanged passionate kisses back in Port Charles before deciding to embark on their first date. After a beautiful night at the drive-in, Anna thought Valentine was hiding something, and she eventually convinced him to explain that he was under Victor's influence because his father was imprisoning Charlotte in boarding school. Anna and Valentine ultimately made love, and she promised to help him bring down his father and save his daughter. Anna noticed Victor's interest in Lucy Coe and recruited her to find out what the Cassadine was up to. Unfortunately, things turned deadly when Lucy was shot, and Anna was accused of the crime. Sunny and Valentine collaborated to assist Anna escape police custody, and Valentine flew her overseas to look for Lucy. André directed them to Paris, where they collaborated with Renee, but Valentine's old buddy attempted to betray them. Anna detonated a bomb, flooding the catacombs and allowing her, Valentine, and Lucy to escape, leaving everyone, including Victor, assuming they were dead. The trio hid in a safe place, while Anna and Felicia worked together to persuade Deputy Mayor Eileen Ashby to turn on Victor and assist them in taking him down. Unfortunately, Victor killed Eileen for her treason, and Lucy's attempt to help with the nurse's ball brought the villain right to their door. Victor compelled Valentine to give him the Ice Princess jewelry and then shot Anna in the breast. Fortunately, Anna made it through surgery and recovered. Realizing Victor's insane plan revolved on a virus that would wipe off the world's population, she joined others in tracking down the villain in Greenland. Anna risked infection to stay at Valentine's side after discovering he was already infected with the virus as a test case. While Victor lived thanks to the antidote, he died when the haunted star burst. However, the Cassadine arranged for Anna's dubious past with the DVX to be disclosed, forcing her to resign from the WSB or face arrest for treason. Anna was disturbed when she discovered murderer spray painted on her front door, and when bullets were fired at the Metro Court, she was unsure whether she or Sonny was the intended target. As she investigated, Anna discovered that a security firm called Pikeman was engaged, and Valentine had links with them. After someone set fire to her house, Anna became concerned that Valentine had been blackmailed into working with Pikeman. While living at Metro Court, Anna discovered a frightening letter scribbled on her bathroom mirror. She then rented Maxie's former flat and returned home one night to discover an intruder. Anna shot them, believing they had a gun, only to be horrified to realize it was Charlotte. Valentine admitted that he knew Charlotte was the one pursuing her, and she was so furious over being kept in the dark that she ended their relationship. Charlotte denied setting fire to Anna's house, but the spies soon concluded that a WSB agent called Forsyth was responsible for the arson. When a man named Hume opened fire on Anna and Dante, they had the upper hand and were able to apprehend Brennan, a former WSB leader who had gone rogue. Anna was astonished when Laura offered her the position of police commissioner and needed time to consider it. Jordan told Anna that when investigating Curtis' shooting, FBI officials urged her not to pursue the matter, so they teamed up to meet Brennan in Pentonville to learn more about the gun used in the Metro Court shooting. The couple planned a sting in a motel, but their plans were thwarted when the FBI smashed the entire operation and Anna recognized John Jagger Cates as the agent in charge. She wanted to cooperate with him, but he arrested both her and Jordan for obstruction. Anna accepted the police commissioner position and persuaded Jagger to collaborate with the PCPD on the case. After Olivia Jerome was murdered in prison with another stolen WSB weapon, Anna asked Cyrus Renaud to use his ties with the detainees to get information. After thwarting an assassination attempt on Sonny, Anna and John began looking for Jason, whom they felt was responsible. When Dex Heller told her that Sonny had ordered him to assassinate Cyrus, Anna admitted she couldn't do anything without proof and that it would endanger Dex. Though she did recommend that he join them at the PCPD. Jason informed Anna that he was obliged to work for the FBI because Cates threatened to file RICO charges against Carly. Following an assassination attempt on Jason, Anna dialed the number on a suspect's burner phone and was astounded when Valentine answered. She then restarted their connection in an attempt to find evidence indicating he was running Pikeman, only to discover that Valentine had framed her for leading the criminal organization. After obtaining Valentine's satellite phone and downloading the evidence for Jason to present to Cates, Anna proceeded to alert Valentine so that he might flee with Charlotte. Anna was surprised to learn that Brennan had been reinstated at the WSB after he had left Pentonville. Anna's inquiry stalled after Agent Cates was killed. She accompanied Jason on a journey to Africa to locate and rescue Lucky Spencer. After a scuffle with the wicked Sidwell, Anna and Jason felt their lives were over and shared a passionate kiss. However, they both survived and, along with Holly, returned Lucky to Port Charles. As they resumed their normal lives, Anna informed Jason that they would never discuss the kiss again. She also promised Laura that she would bring Valentine and Charlotte home. With Jason's assistance, they interrogated Martin and obtained his phone, which Spinelli used to track Valentine to Zurich. Anna stunned the Scorpio family by having Emma return for Christmas, but it was evident the young woman was hiding something. After learning Emma had been expelled, Anna insisted on moving in with her so she could keep an eye on her. As 2025 began, Anna was desperate to bring Cyrus to justice after it was discovered that he was the angel of mercy who had killed victims at the hospital and Turning Woods. She tried to warn Jocelyn not to interfere with the inquiry and implored Jason not to kill Cyrus until the PCPD could bring him to justice. Unfortunately, it did not exactly work out. Here's why Scout is suffering the most at General Hospital. Scout just lost her mother. Is anyone concerned for her? The children of General Hospital have always had it difficult. They are victims of diseases, kidnappings, the deaths of their parents and siblings, and other tragedies. Some children in Port Charles are going through a difficult time right now, but Scout is suffering the most. The kids aren't alright. The younger generation of GH is having a moment, but it's not always a nice one. Gio is going to discover that his whole life has been a lie. Aiden's missing father reappeared, but he nearly died. Avery is continually caught in the center of a conflict between her parents. Then there's the Dante and Sam tribe. Danny, Rocco, and Scout were living their finest lives. Sure, they each had a father who was either in a coma or feared dead at one time, but Dante and Sam made up for it. They provided a stable and caring home for their 3 children, who adored them and one another. Unfortunately, Sam was slain, and their lives were completely flipped upside down. Scout and Danny are suffering with the loss of their mother. Rocco is dealing with getting his mother back at the expense of his stepmother. In addition, Lulu has not been a particularly nurturing mother to her son. Life has become difficult for all 3. Scout is all by herself. Rocco and Danny have been cared for during their grief. They live at the Quartermains with their fathers, who are present in their lives. But there has been no sign of their younger sister. Scout is stuck with Drew, who has become Daddy Dearest. He relocated her away from the family she loves and into a hotel suite with him, although he is never present. The congressman is either pursuing his sweetheart or planning against everyone in Port Charles. Is his little child sitting alone in a hotel room ordering room service? Alexis invited her granddaughter to move in with her and be surrounded by affection from her and her aunts, but Drew declined. He has now purchased a home for Scout, but he appears to be more concerned about Willow and her children moving in than with his daughter's well-being. Is she still living there? She has not been seen anywhere. Furthermore, he refused Jason's promise to assist the children, thus she cannot even visit her brother. Someone should really contact Child Protective Services about this guy. Are you concerned about Scout? Please let us know in the comments section. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.